Well, hello there. Stasis, once powerful, now only used by people with false hopes. Hi, I'm one of those people, and today I'm gonna be torturing myself for your amusement to prove a point. So we start our quest on the dusty planet of Mars to prove to our enemies once again that throwing ice cubes is a valuable way to fight. As I begin the first part of the dungeon, I realize that I haven't played this dungeon in like a year, so majority of this is just me trying to find where the nodes were. I won't lie. Like, look at this. Like, where am I going? This node only has 3 nodes to complete, and I have no idea where I'm heading. I was just following the wire. I even shot the wrong one. When I finished the first set of nodes, these supplicants decided to spawn in and make my life a living hell. They almost killed me on several occasions. Because of this, I've gotten very paranoid of their beeping sounds. I really hate them. Although the glowing exploding robots were annoying, I managed to prevail and finally get past this stupid point, collecting all the nodes. Although I look like a dumbass while doing it, I say that's a win. So, 1 point for Stasis. And with that, we'll finish with the first part of this dungeon. This might be too easy. After celebrating, I go down a very long tunnel, make my way through some very closed vents, and then descend into the next rooms to start the next encounter. With this encounter, it's fairly simple, meaning that as a hunter or a warlock, you can just completely skip this. For hunters, it's a little known trick called shadow skating, where you just get the sword and... Yeah, so with the build I'm running, I wasn't running shadow dive, so I couldn't shadow skate. So, I'm just gonna... So after doing all this, again descending and equipping Shadow Dive, I finally made it to the jump again and did it successfully. I have never been more infuriated by a game in my life. So I had to do this entire thing all over again, equip Shadow Dive, and finally make it to this fucking jump again. Just to finally make it. I almost overshot it though, so I almost died if it wasn't for an enemy. So I extend the spire with so much hope now that I have made it here and found my very first circle. I was excited to extend the spire for the first time because this is the farthest I made it without making a stupid mistake. And it goes surprisingly well, never got near death once. So I extend the spire, do the same thing again, almost die this time, but managed to get out, and ascend to the final level. When I made it to the final level though, I got in a bit of a pickle and panicked. So when I tried to escape, I ate metal. It tasted like iron. Then, after that, I had to redo this part, but my sanity just kept going lower and lower. When I finally did get past this part again and regaining little bits of hope, I made this jump and totally didn't mess it up. That's not cut out, I promise. And I finally got the chance to ascend the spire again. And then I made it to the last level and knocked it out with relative ease because I remember this area. It was like a back of a memory. Definitely didn't die 5 times here. You guys don't know anything. I edited this, so don't question it. What I say is true, and this is not me panicking. I hate my life. After that bundle of mess, I finally got to get to the very top of the tower, which, for most people, is extremely easy. I made this overly complicated for no reason. This is like the easiest part of the goddamn tower, and yet I somehow have this many deaths. I just entered the first boss fight, but I have already like 13 deaths. My sanity is not well at the moment. So I'm running around doing this boss fight as well as I can remember it, because it's still been a while since I've been here, hitting every node that I can and figuring out what to do. And then I make it to this bridge. I don't know why, but for the life of me, I couldn't find the next node, even though it's right in front of me and I just missed it. But for some reason, enemies started spawning aggressively here, and I just started losing health. So, I think we know where this is gonna go. So, at this point, I think I'm gonna switch dungeon because I'm getting far too... What? Frustrated. But I don't think prophecy would treat me like this, right? So after forgetting to hit record and finally doing so, I figured my way around the dungeon, slammed the little modes inside the corresponding things, transverse up the little rubble, and go inside the boss fight with a smile on my face. I didn't even get to the damage phase. So I start from the beginning doing everything, and then I get the modes, I bank the modes, I bank more modes, and then I bank another mode, and then I traverse the little fucking debris that I fucking hate, then I bank, and die. I hate this game. But then, it finally happened. finally got a successful damage phase. What, you thought I won? No, I fell off a cliff, but, you know, this shit happens. But, you know, just to let everyone know, this challenge isn't over. Just my first attempts, really. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I plan to make a lot more in the future. So, if you want, hit that subscribe, see what it comes out.